BYLT Basics charges $38 for a t-shirt. Hanes up there charges $6. BYLT created a $100 million business while other apparel brands are competing on discounts. Now, they didn't create premium basics, but they just understood the psychology way better than anybody else. And this is how they justify that $38 price. The basics category was completely commoditized, and everyone sold the same thing: black tees, white tees, and gray tees. So BYLT studied the market and discovered something critical about their target customer. Millennial and Gen X men weren't looking for the cheapest price. They were looking for the last basic that they would have to ever buy. Here's where BYLT's strategy became incredibly smart. They didn't just market t-shirts, they marketed fabric innovation. Drop cut hem for a better fit, moisture wicking technology, anti-odor treatment, and durability guarantees. They took a commodity product and did what psychologists call perceived differentiation. The customer wasn't just buying a $38 t-shirt, they were buying a solution to pilling, shrinking, and constant replacements. And that premium price became the proof of quality, not a barrier to purchase. Then BYLT made a move that most apparel brands would avoid. They went direct to consumer and cut out the wholesale entirely. No department stores, no third-party sales channel, just their website and all the control that they had over it. And this wasn't about margin protection, but that also helped. This was about controlling the brand's narrative. So when you buy a $38 t-shirt at Nordstrom's, you're competing with everything else that's on the rack. When you buy it on BYLT's website, you're comparing it against product quality and innovation. See, BYLT understood something about premium basic psychology that all the other brands were missing. The first purchase is about convincing somebody that the premium is justified. The second purchase is about proving that you delivered on that promise. So they obsessed over customer experience, fabric quality, and fit consistency. Then they built a business model around repeat purchases with bundles and subscriptions that made the cost per unit feel reasonable. Instead of just selling a $38 t-shirt, they'd sell bundles for $188, making it feel a little bit more worth it, and that the shirts were actually $31 each. I think BYLT proves something powerful about competing in a commoditized space. Premium positioning isn't about having objectively better products. It's about creating enough perceived differentiation that the price becomes a proof of quality instead of a barrier to entry. They followed a framework that turned basics into a $100 million business. First, they found a customer that was willing to pay for quality and durability over cheap replacement products. Second, they invested in product innovation around fabric and fit so the premium felt justified. And third, they control distribution to manage the brand perception as well as maximize their margins. Most apparel brands try to compete in the basics space by trying to be the most competitive on either being the most premium or the most cheapest. BYLT charged 6 times more than mass market and built a business model that proves when you go after the right kind of customer with the right value proposition, premium pricing becomes your competitive advantage.